DICE consider VoIP to be a legacy feature in the Battlefield franchise. So with Battlefield 2042 launching without VoIP, it came quite as a shock to a lot of people that it had not been included on launch. So before starting the video, do you guys consider VoIP to be a legacy feature, or should it just be a base feature in all multiplayer games like a Battlefield 2042? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now I'm going to start off by saying I don't use VoIP all that much because most of the time I'm playing with friends in Battlefield, so I have a pre-made squad and we're communicating through Discord, and before that it was TeamSpeak. But when I do play by myself, and it does happen quite often as well, I find myself, number one, not wanting to type out what I want to say to my squad mates, especially if you're in the heat of battle or you're pushing an objective. You don't really want to take your hands off of the WASD keys or off your mouse to type out something to your teammates that they may or may not even read. Granted, the pinging system is quite a nice addition and does allow you to communicate certain information to your squad mates. The HUD is so cluttered in general that it gets very difficult to actually communicate effectively with pings only. And if we look at a game mode like Hazard Zone, you don't really have the time to type out what your plan is to go get a hard drive or that enemies are coming in a vehicle. You just want to communicate as quickly and efficiently as possible the information that needs to be said, such as, hey, there's a vehicle coming at 218 degrees, we should maybe hide or take care of that. If you're pinging, then the person might not exactly know what you're pinging at, and if you stop to type, then if a vehicle, for example, is coming towards you, you're pretty much dead in the water, so to speak. Add to this that for the first time in the Battlefield franchise, we have cross-platform play. Communicating between PC and console players gets increasingly difficult for the simple fact that console players, for the most part, don't have a keyboard close to be able to type out, or I don't even know, can console players type in chat if they do have a keyboard for their console? I have absolutely no clue. I don't own a console at home. So I'm legit asking if console players can type in chat if they have a keyboard, and if they can even see the chat. I often found myself with console players in my squad, and I'm fine with cross-platform. I have nothing against it. It just makes finding servers a lot easier. But I was typing out to them for like, you know, a revive. The guy's like 10 meters away and he's not really paying attention. So I type out, hey, XYZ name, can you give me a revive? And 95% of the time, there is zero reaction. Either they have chat turned off, they can't read the chat, which is my question, or they simply don't care. But having the option to have voice chat is a little bit more intrusive of a way to communicate with your teammates if they haven't muted you yet. Be like, press the button for VoIP on your keyboard and be like, hey, buddy, can you give me a revive? I'm like just 5 meters from you. I'm safe right now. So yeah, a revive would be absolutely great. It just boggles my mind that a feature, such a basic feature like VoIP, was coined as a, so to speak, legacy feature in Battlefield, especially in an era in which we now have cross-platform play for Battlefield. Taking out VoIP seems completely counterintuitive because now that we have to communicate with people that can't necessarily type in chat. And I can understand the stance of DICE to reduce or remove toxicity from Battlefield, but face it, there's always going to be toxicity in multiplayer games and on the internet. That's just the way it is. If somebody's being toxic to you in voice chat, you can simply mute them. That has been an option in all past Battlefield titles, and if somebody was being a jerk to you, you could just mute them. But using that as an excuse for not including VoIP, in my opinion, is a pretty lame one. It's like, excuses are like assholes, everybody's got one. Well, I think this applies nicely here. It's just, I think they ran out of time, or it wasn't in their priority list to have VoIP included, so they just said, oh, we're just gonna say it's a legacy feature and we're not including it in future games. They probably didn't expect the reaction that they were gonna have, but it's a very big misstep, I think, foregoing the ability to communicate via voice with your squad mates, much more so in Hazard Zone, seeing as it is like a squad-based game, and like every other game with Battle Royale or something of the sorts, like an extraction type mode, has built-in voice chat. Hell, even Escape from Tarkov, now I play that from time to time, and for the longest time, the COO of Battlestate Games said that he didn't want voice chat in Escape from Tarkov, and we just got it in the latest patch, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's actually proximity chat, so it is very, very cool. You can communicate with enemies. So yeah, it's just very confusing that VoIP wasn't included. I do hope they end up bringing these, so to speak, legacy features. I don't like calling them that, but that is what they call them over at DICE. So VoIP needs to be added into the game, especially considering that probably moving forward, we're going to have cross-platform be a staple in the Battlefield franchise. There needs to be a way to communicate effectively and rapidly to your squad mates without having to base all that communication off the HUD or the UI. But anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know what you think about the lack of VoIP in Battlefield 2042 in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.